Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another video after the series finale of The Walking Dead. This one is definitely one I wanted to go ahead and do, which is a character spotlight on Rosita Espinosa. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another character spotlight video for today. This one is going to be after the series finale of The Walking Dead. We're going to go ahead and do a character spotlight on Rosita Espinosa from The Walking Dead. So, I kind of figured, I was like, oh man, if I do this like a couple days later, people are going to yell at me. So we're going to wait about a week. It's been about a week now since the series finale. If you haven't watched the series finale, I'll make sure to let you all know this will contain spoilers for it as well. But now let's kind of state the elephant in the room. The reason why I'm doing this is because obviously at the end of The Walking Dead, we did see the death of Rosita and we did see her character come to an end. So obviously we were going to do this. Now, if any of y'all are classic to the channel, like those that have been watching the channel for like a good couple years, you'll know that we used to do this every single week. We would, pick a character and we would do a, character spotlight on those characters. And I've been kind of thinking about bringing those back a little bit, to be honest, especially since The Walking Dead is done. But anyway, wanted to definitely do this one because this is definitely a very important character to focus it on. So what did I think of the Rosita character? What do I think of Rosita throughout the entire series of The Walking Dead? Now, admittedly, I do have my flaws. I definitely have my flaws, but I also have a lot of positives as well, too. I think Christian Serratos, who plays Rosita, she did a really, really great job. I really couldn't imagine anybody else in the role of Rosita, to be honest. She basically fit perfectly, and she was introduced in season 4. She was kind of, with Abraham's group trying to get Eugene to Washington. And in season 5, we end up seeing her kind of get closer to the group. We see Glenn kind of say, like, wherever we wind up, are you in? She tells him that she is. And from then on, she kind of just becomes one of the group, right? And, I will say she does lack a lot of screen time in the first couple seasons, and that is one of the things about her that I kind of wish they did more with, is like, I feel like they didn't give Rosita all that much screen time until about like season 6, season 7, which in season 6, she kind of had this thing going with Spencer that they kind of started to do. Which was pretty interesting. She also fought off the wolves, which was pretty cool. And then season 6B, I feel like, is when they really started to develop her. Her relationship with Abraham. Rosita ends up really caring for Abraham over time. And then Abraham ends up breaking it off between the two of them, which is kind of unfortunate. I always felt bad for her when Abraham left her the way he did, right? And he's like, when I first met you, I thought you were the last woman on earth. You're not, right? I'm like, damn, bro. Man, Abe, you're savage, man. So he left her, and that's how that went. And I really liked the episode they gave her in season 6 with Daryl, right? Because you've got Denise that, wants to go out there, but she doesn't have any kind of training outside the walls. So Daryl and Rosita kind of accompany her, and you've got a really cool duo, I think Daryl and Rosita, I always really liked seeing episodes between the two of them because they're a really good team. We never really saw much more with the two of them after this, but it was really, really cool, for sure. So they kind of go out there. Obviously, Denise ends up getting killed by Dwight. But, Rosita was kind of there, and she kind of fought off with Daryl and the rest of them, right? So it was pretty cool. But, yeah, this is definitely a season that was kind of the beginning of something interesting for Rosita. And then, obviously, the whole Negan thing happened, and then they were, kind of forced to work for Negan and get down on their knees. And Rosita had to watch Abraham get his head bashed in. So in season 7, she kind of ends up going a little bit rogue, I would say is a word for it. She's not really happy with Spencer because Spencer's turning on Rick, and Rosita's like Spartan the hell up, and Spencer's not. So, she kind of ends up kind of low-key dumping him. And she wants to kill Negan. She wants to get revenge, so she makes Eugene kind of make her a bullet, right? And the way she treats Eugene is one of the things that I was never a big fan of, and this is one of the flaws I do have with the character, is the way she treated Eugene was very, very uncalled for, and I don't know. I felt like she treated him kind of poorly, to be honest. But she made Eugene make her the bullet, and then she took the shot after Spencer got his guts, cut out by Negan, and she tried to take the shot. It absolutely tremendously failed, and Olivia died as a result. So, again, Very frustrating from Rosita, definitely very frustrating. And she ends up getting cut on the face as kind of like revenge, right? Like Lucille will never look the same, Rosita will never look the same, even trade, that type of thing, right? So, and then basically through the back half of the season, she's trying to hurry up. She's trying to get the war to happen. And Rick and them continue to have to get guns for the scavengers, get guns from Oceanside, try to get people to join. And Rosita does not want that. She wants to fight immediately, so she goes to Hilltop. She gets Sasha on her side. They don't like each other one bit. And she ends up taking Sasha to go take the shot, the two of them, and try to kill Negan themselves, right? So obviously she didn't learn the first time she tried to take a shot at Negan, right? Again, season 7, Rosita, definitely an irritating time for that character. But she ends up living because Sasha sacrifices herself so Rosita can live. And I feel like the two of them end up kind of low-key kind of working things out by the end of it, but yeah, it was really good to see them work it out, but at the same time, Rosita kind of pissed me off in season 7. I'm not gonna lie, but that's how that kind of wrapped up. So season 7, Rosita, I'm not too big on. I mean, I don't hate her guts. I don't think she's like awful or anything, but because I know some people do, but I have my issues with her for sure. I understand what she's going through. I understand her desires to kill Negan. I get why she's doing it. I really do. But at the same time, you also have to think of a plan. You gotta trust Rick and what he's doing, because ultimately what Rick wanted to do worked in the end. It did, Ultimately, Rick won the war. Well, okay, Eugene won the war, but ultimately Rick won the war, and Rosita should have just sat there and waited, right? And she should have been a loyal member, which at times she wasn't. So that definitely shows. Now, season 8, I feel like she kind of got her crap together, right? Her and Michonne go to check out the sanctuary to see how all that's kind of doing. And Daryl has this rogue plan. Now he's the one that's going rogue, right? And Rosita's like saying like, no, I didn't wait it out, and look what happened, So I'm not going to do this again. I'm leaving. Daryl, you can go do this stupid plan, and you'll pay the price, just like I did, right? I wish it didn't take Sasha walking out of that coffin to realize it, but unfortunately it did, right? So, yeah, now she kind of, I would say, gets pushed to the background after that, but nothing bad. Like, I think Rosita in season 8 was a lot better. I think they overall did a lot more with their character, and I thought it was pretty good. Now, in season 9, we ultimately see her become probably the weirdest character of the bunch, right? She's sleeping with Gabriel, she's sleeping with Sadiq, and, you've got Eugene that's kind of interested in her as well, too. So you got a lot of stuff going on with Rosita in season 9. But, nothing bad. Just, she was there. She was pretty good. And we did find out that she was pregnant, right? So over a time skip, in season 10, she did end up having the baby, who she named Coco. And, Rosita in season 10, I thought was really good. She fought Dante when he, killed Sadiq and stuff, which was really, really good. She ends up, kind of fighting Beta in that one episode as well, too, where she kind of fights him one-on-one, which I thought was also really, really cool. And I think ultimately Rosita had a lot of good moments in season 10, to be honest. I think season 10 was one of her better seasons. And then finally, the final season, I think she had her best one yet, to be honest. I mean, she had so much in this season. From the dream she's having about Abraham trying to tell her something, which I still wish that Michael Cudlitz came back to do a dream sequence for Rosita, but whatever. Anyway, I love her dialogue between Judith and, how she never really knew her dad either. She was just with her mom and stuff. And, pictures of what are nice, but you don't need that to remember how much they loved you, right? She kind of helps Judith out. And I love the scene with her in episode 8, too, where, you got this storm that's going on, and all these kids are scared, and all these people are, trying to keep safe, and the walkers continue to come. So Rosita buys them time and battles the dead just to buy them time and to keep all of them alive, which I thought was really badass from her part. She kind of like walks in there and stuff. Probably one of my favorite Rosita scenes. I'm not going to lie. When she walks out there, kills the dead, and comes back in, and she's like, yeah, let's stay away from the windows, right? So that was pretty cool. And, throughout the back half of the season, she joins the Commonwealth Army with Daryl. They're forced to get cash for Sebastian, which was kind of frustrating because Sebastian's such a freaking idiot, right? And then in the final half, she really ends up having this bond with Mercer, which I thought was really cool. Mercer even says, like, if you need a way out, if you need an exit from the Commonwealth, I got you, right? And, it was pretty darn good. And Rosita, ultimately, in the final episodes, her big goal is to try to find Coco, right? Because after the Commonwealth took all of her kids, she's trying to figure out where Coco is. And she brutally friggin' murders the warden, right? That was pretty crazy. And the guy even said, which it's kind of messed up to think about, but he's like, you will lose everything. And ultimately, she kind of did. I mean, if you consider losing everything to be her life, so that's pretty insane. But she did get Coco back, and that's one of the things I love about her final episode is that she did get Coco back before she died. That was really good. And she does get bit, unfortunately, and the rest is history. She ends up saying her goodbyes to Gabriel and to Eugene, and that's how it goes, right? So I gotta tell you, man, Rosita in particular, for me at least, in seasons 8, 10, and 11 were awesome. I think Rosita was really good in those seasons. I also liked her in seasons, 4 and 5. She was pretty intriguing at that time. And season 7, I would say, is her only season that I didn't like her too much. I'm not going to lie. I think she made a lot of really poor decisions in season 7. But ultimately, I think Rosita was a darn good character, to be honest. She was definitely a strong character on our side, right? She was definitely a strong character. She definitely did what needed doing at a lot of times, that's for sure. And I think ultimately Krishna Serratos did a good job as Rosita. I think the Rosita character was good. I certainly did not expect her to die in the finale like that. I still kind of am in shock about the fact that they did that. But, she had a good run from 410, if you consider her just kind of standing there at the end, but 410 to, 1124. That's pretty freaking insane. So, anyway, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about the Rosita character. How did you feel about her character ultimately throughout the series? Definitely let me know and write your comments in the comment section below. So, of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button to not miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews to get more Walking Dead videos like this, and I'll see you guys really soon for more Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Heard stories. Walkers that can climb walls and open doors. I was never sure if they were just stories